Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for coming and joining the cooking show for the Wild French Toast Surprise. I'm going to go ahead and walk through our process here. So we are making a special kind of Denny's-style French toast. And the idea here is that nice thick layer that they have on the top of their French toast. We want to have that on our French toast. But ours will look a little different than the Denny's French toast because we're using, well, for some of us, we'll be using brown sugar. Others will be using regular sugar. But that brown sugar will give it a dark caramel texture. The white sugar will not give it that caramel texture. It'll give it more of the usual texture. So let's take a look at our ingredients here. What are we working with? Well, we got to have our bread, our slices of bread. Now, thick bread is preferred, but not everybody has thick bread. So I myself will be using the thin bread because I know some folks only have access to that. We have our eggs here, 4 eggs. We have our 2/3 cup of milk. We have our flour here. We have our brown sugar. We have our cinnamon, which I'll eventually need to use that. And we'll also have our vanilla extract right there. So anybody have any questions regarding the ingredients?
Daniel has his
Yes,
hand up.
yes, Daniel.
What kind of bowl do I need?
Is this a large cake mixing bowl. A large cake mixing bowl. Like a mixing bowl. This is the mixing bowl that we use right here.
Shooting because they haven't really faced an exceptional defensive team yet.
But if you don't have this kind of mixing bowl, a cereal bowl or a salad bowl will do. What about the tools that we'll be using? Well, I have some suggested tools. Obviously, not everybody has access to these tools. Just work with what you have here. I don't know why I put butter under and syrup under tools. It's not a tool, but we have our flat frying pan. That's what we're going to cook on. Yours may be round. You may be using a griddle. Anything will do as long as it's flat. We have our 2 plates. I've got 2 plates. One for the plating of the finished product. The other one for the sauce when we soak the bread. Okay. We also have our measuring cups. Now you may have a measuring cups or you may have one of these here types of big measuring cups. Either one will do. We have measuring spoons here. These are important. We have 1 teaspoon. Now, regarding a teaspoon, this is very important. There is a difference between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. A tablespoon is what you eat your cereal with. A teaspoon is what you put sugar into your tea with. We want the teaspoon, very important. We also have
so the tablespoon's the bigger one, correct?
Yes, the tablespoon is bigger, and this is usually what most people eat cereal with. Now, fun fact, in my entire life, I have never had used a tablespoon for anything. Even my cereal, I actually use a teaspoon.
Yeah, use a teaspoon.
A teaspoon is a smaller one.
Got it.
This one. We also have our
medicine is teaspoon, cereal is regular spoon. Boom.
Right, cereal is regular spoon. Your coffee is the teaspoon. We also have our spatula. I have a wooden spatula. Any spatula will do. I also have, I like the wooden spatula because of the nice mesquite flavoring that it adds to the French toast. And finally, our whisk. This is a whisk. These are awesome to use for mixing things, terrible to wash. So, but this is a whisk. This is important. And lastly, a plastic bag. You need a plastic bag. If you have one or a trash can nearby, I have a plastic bag because the trash can is not near me. You'll see that in just a moment. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is wash our hands. So I'm going to go to the sink and I'm going to wash my hands.
Wait, isn't that optional?
Did you touch All you
You're
hear
in the
cooking
midst of a
materials with
pandemic.
unwashed
You need to
hands?
wash your hands, sir.
Wash your hands. What did you say? What did you say,
Did you
Berto?
touch all of your cooking materials with unwashed hands?
No, I'm washing them twice. I washed them before we started, and I'm washing them again for the sake of example. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make sure you have your trash can or your plastic bag. Open it up, because we are going to start with our eggs, okay? We're going to start with our eggs. We're going to bash these eggs into the mixing pan. So I'm just going to move real quickly, but I won't. Once I'm done with my eggs, I'll wait for you to do yours, but I'm going to go ahead and just move real quickly. Get the eggs in there. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle.
Wait, they're going in the bowl, right?
Yeah, they go in the bowl.
We're not separating anything, are we?
What is it?
We're not separating anything. Are we eating all of the eggs?
Yeah, we're not separating the egg yolks.
Oh, I'm
Wait, we're
sorry.
putting the whole egg in, right? Just the whole
Put
egg?
the whole egg in. Put the whole egg
Yeah.
in, the yolk and the whites. Because we are a blended ministry.
That is
What if I-
facts.
What if I can't lay eggs?
Yo, I got shells in mine. Shoot.
Yeah, take your shells out. You wash your hands. So feel free to stick them
Nah.
fingers in there and get them shells out.
Well, I
But
don't
what
need
if I
eggs.
don't
so
want
I
to
don't
wash
know how to-
hands? What if I don't have hands?
So, any questions about the eggs? I'm actually going to wash my hands one more time because I just got egg all over my hands.
I
And
already
you
did.
don't want to deal with salmonella poisoning. Salmonella, that's raw
Salmon
eggs.
vanilla.
This feels like a
Salmon
reality
Salmon
show.
is a fish.
Are
So,
we supposed to preheat
salmon
the pan?
vanilla, not salmon vanilla, salmonella. Are there any questions about the eggs?
Can it be brown eggs?
They can be brown eggs.
I'm not cooking, by the way, so I don't even know why I asked.
That's great. So white eggs, brown eggs, we're woke, so we don't care.
Green eggs and
Now the
ham.
next thing is you add your milk. So we want 2/3 cup of milk. So if you're using a measuring cup, it's this one right here that says 2/3 cup. 2/3 cup of milk, 2/3. Now I have my little, I guess this is a bigger measuring cup,
Ooh, boom.
and it's
Add
got
it.
it at 2/3.
Why didn't you do it?
Now, it doesn't matter what kind of milk you use. Some folks like whole milk. Some folks like skim milk. Some folks like almond milk. We like whole milk. Okay, so I'm going to pour
What
this
about
on
that
in.
young 2%?
I'm just going to pour it on in. Any questions about the milk?
Wait,
What about
yeah,
that
I
young
got a
2%?
question.
No,
What do you
no,
mean?
no. No chocolate milk.
Bro,
What do you
then
mean
what's the
2/3,
point?
bro?
No.
No chocolate milk.
How
Now,
what is 2/3?
One more thing. When you are filling the milk in your cup, make sure you fill it all the way to the top. Fill it to the top. That's 2/3. Not down the middle, but right to the top.
To the point where it's like almost gonna spill?
Yes. That's why it's best to pour it over the bowl like so. Any questions about the milk?
Did you add your milk in, Jacob? Mom, you're
Yeah.
in.
Go ahead and add your milk. Any questions about
Did you
the milk?
add it in, Jacob?
I did add it in. I just added it in.
Okay, I'm adding it in.
Yep. Add your milk in now, please.
That looks gross.
Remember, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. It's going to get messy before it gets good.
You guys
All
hear
right.
me?
Any questions
I can
about
make an
milk?
omelet
We can
without
hear you.
breaking any.
Okay, we're going to move on to the flour. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely not, Lord. Surely not. I will not use flour in my French toast mix. But this is going to give it that thicker texture that you normally see at Denny's restaurants. You want this in there. This is not a time to be worried about tradition. We're going to do it this way. This is that scripture in the Bible where it says all things are allowed and all things are beneficial. This is what this is right here. So we are going to add our flour, and we want 1/3 cup of flour. 1/3 cup of flour. So get your 1/3 cup out. So 1/3 for me. There isn't one.
Edgar saying hi.
What's up, Edgar? So there is no 1/3 cup that I have available to me. So what do I have to do? I have to pull out my 2/3 cup. 2/3 cup and use half of that. So I'm using half of my 2/3 cup to get my flour. So I'm just going to dip it on in there and get approximately 2/3. That's a little more than 2/3.
How many again? 1/3 or 2?
Oh, sorry. You want the 2/3 cup if you don't have a 1/3, but you only want to fill it to 1/3. You only want 1/3 cup of flour. 1/3 cup.
And we put it in the
1/3
bowl,
cup.
right? Add it to the bowl with everything else.
Add it to the bowl with everything else.
Sweet. I'm
So I'm
scared.
adding my 1/3 of cup to the bowl. Okay. So I've got my eggs. I've got my milk.
That's why.
I've got my flour. Any questions about the flour? The flour is going to give it that thicker texture. We want the thicker texture, not the watered down texture. Okay, now I'm moving on to brown sugar. Any questions about the flour? Okay, so again, some of us may not have brown sugar. Hi, Sandy.
Did you add it in already?
Not yet, not yet.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
the flour, yes.
Added the flour in, yes.
Oh, okay. Add in the flour.
Yep, added the flour. Okay, so we've added our flour, we've added our eggs, we've added our milk. We're now adding our sugar. Now, not everybody has access to brown sugar, so if you have white sugar, that's fine too. Use one or the other. We're using brown sugar because it's sweeter. And because, yeah, I like it, that's why. So we're using brown sugar, and we want 1/3 cup.
My dad
of
said brown sugar matters. I hate.
So we want to take our 2/3 cup again, our 2/3 cup, because I don't have a 1/3 cup, and I'm going to fill it with brown sugar. Now, brown sugar is clumpy, so be careful, okay? It's very clumpy. It doesn't come out easily, so you want to kind of like knead it just a bit, because it's going to be kind of chunky, and you want to pour it into your, man, take your time with this one. Take your time. This brown sugar does not come out of the bag easy. 1/3, almost. I want the maximum 1/3.
If you
Okay,
use white
1/3
sugar,
cup of brown sugar. 1/3 cup of brown. Look at that pure golden sweetness. This is the sugar of the gods right here. So make sure you have that one. I love brown sugar. Okay, are you ready? Are we ready to pour the brown sugar into the mixture?
Yes.
Go ahead, pour the sugar into the mixture. I just dumped it on in there, and it made a large thud. Okay. So we have our flour, our milk, our eggs, and I've just added the brown sugar. I've just added brown sugar. Any questions about the brown sugar? All good? Okay. So now it's time to move on to the cinnamon. Okay. So I only use the best cinnamon from Brazil, Connecticut. So we're going to use our brown sugar, and we're going to take our measuring, see our measuring spoons? Everybody got their measuring spoons? Everybody have them? Show me your measuring spoons. Okay, I want you to throw them out. Okay, we're going to use a spoon instead, because it's hard to put anything in those measuring spoons. We're going to use a regular spoon. So we want a full teaspoon of cinnamon. A full teaspoon of cinnamon. Why? Because I like it. So I have my cinnamon. I have my teaspoon, not my tablespoon, Berto. And I'm putting in.
I just got back. Why are you
Oh.
I'm putting in approximately 1 heaping teaspoon of cinnamon. And yes, I'm adding it in now.
That is a whole mountain of cinnamon.
Yep, that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Cinnamon challenge.
That is the garnishment of the gods. Okay, any questions about cinnamon? All right. Now, the pièce de résistance vanilla extract. Vanilla extract. Now, not everybody has vanilla extract. If you do, open it up now. Now, vanilla extract is very potent. It's very potent, but it smells awesome. It's the extract of the gods. Oh my Lord, it smells so good. So grab your vanilla extract, and we want, this is potent. So you do not want a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. You want half a teaspoon, just half. But what's a half a teaspoon? Well, I don't know, just kind of do average. So I'm gonna pour my vanilla extract. Ooh.
That's definitely not half.
That's full. That is full. What is that? That's too
Okay,
much.
there we go. Half. That's very potent.
Just pour it on
I'm gonna
half
pour it
of
on-
the teaspoon.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
well, that's the problem. But the measuring spoons are even worse. The measuring spoons are even worse. So any questions about the vanilla extract? Now we're gonna turn on our stove. Okay, we're gonna turn on the stove. I'm actually gonna start my stove. I have a gas stove, and I'm actually gonna start it at 2. I'm putting my stove at 2. So I got from high to low. The next one to low is 2. That's where I'm gonna put it. I've got my oven on at 2. I'm gonna take my frying pan and put it on the oven. So grab your frying pan and put it on the oven. As a matter of fact, while the frying pan is on the oven, put the oven all the way low. All the way low.
The oven or the
The oven.
stove?
Because
You mean the stove?
the stove. I call it the oven, the stove. The hot
Tomato,
pot.
tomato.
The hot pot. Put it to the lowest possible where the flame is still on there, because you want to heat up the frying pan. Now is the time to do it. Heat up the frying pan to the lowest possible setting. All right, now it's time to mix the ingredients. So I've got my whisk. If you've got your whisk, bring it on up. Maybe you have a spatula, maybe you have your tablespoon from earlier. But if you got a whisk, use a whisk. Any questions about the whisk? We're gonna start stirring now.
Oh
Excellent.
shoot!
Oops,
What?
sorry.
It's
That was
spilling.
muted.
Oh, is it silly?
Okay, so I am stirring now my bowl. I mix. Now, be forewarned, it's gonna look a little disgusting.
That looks, yeah, I was about to say, it looks disgusting.
Yeah, it's a little, because it's dark. It's got the brown sugar in it.
What's wrong with dark?
Yeah, whoa, Jay.
Oh,
Whoa, Jay!
brown sugar matters.
I was
Jay,
trying so
whoa.
hard. I was trying so hard to be woke. You got me. I was trying so hard.
Dude, Daniel, he talks exactly
Because
like you.
in the end, it's the flavor that matters, and the best flavor comes from brown sugar.
Period.
Period.
Exclamation
Brad,
mark.
I might need your help. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
so glad this is recorded now.
I'm still mixing. I'm going to give it about 1 minute.
It looks
Not
like
in
you're
my
making
hand
ketchup.
mixer, huh?
I need to restart my mashed potatoes.
This is why I have strong forearms.
Good meme. Also, thanks, bro.
Jake, mine's is still lumpy. Like the flour didn't like break. My flour didn't like break.
Nice caramel.
No, Jacob made it look so easy.
It smells really good. There's gonna be lumps in it. There'll be flour lumps in it. That's okay. Flour lumps are okay. So I've been mixing it for about a minute. I'm gonna take my bowl, and I'm gonna take one of the plates. Take my bowl and one of the plates, and I'm gonna go over there to the stove. And I'm also taking my butter. If you've got butter, pour it out now while I'm going to the stove. Perfection is a process. So
There's no such
I am now
thing.
going to increase my heat to about 3. So I am increasing my heat of the stove to 3. So I don't want half. I want less than half. So I'm going from low to 2, not to 4, but to 3. Now I'm using my butter. I'm just grabbing my stick,
You gonna throw the whole thing in there?
No, what I'm going to do is you're going to take this stick of butter and very gently do this. All
Oh,
over the
I
pan.
don't do that. My roommates get mad.
Just like that.
You wash it after.
Yeah, let me wash butter.
You can't
Wash
wash the butter.
butter, sir.
Okay,
can't-
any questions about how I masterfully greased the pan?
How do you wash it after?
When you're done, you wash it. But it's
Boom.
going to be absorbed by the bread.
Oh,
Okay, so I've masterfully greased the pan. Any questions about how I grease the pan? Did everybody see my technique about how I
No.
grease the pan?
I need you to do it again. I didn't see it. I
My
blinked.
wrist curves
What
and
the-
all that.
You need to stop blinking.
I got
Okay.
it blank.
Can
Yes,
I
sir.
see your batter right now, actually? Because my batter, like the flour just rose to the top.
Yeah, so, yeah, it looks all lumpy, so I'm going to keep whisking.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to pour some of this batter. Here we go. I've
Whoa.
got my plate. Do you have your...
Yes, I got my plate.
Okay, we're going to pour some of the batter into the plate.
Wait, whoa, what?
We're going to pour some of the batter into the plate, like this. So you've got your batter in. While you're doing that, I'm going to go get my bread. So when you're done pouring the batter into your plate,
Three.
grab your bread. You need about
Oh,
6
shoot.
slices. 6 slices.
Also, get a napkin, too.
6 slices?
Get a napkins.
Hey, Daniel, that plate is pretty wide. You can't miss it.
Yeah, what?
Oh, no, it's going to, like, I'm saying it's going to drip on the edge of the bowl.
That's true. It
For
will do
those who
that.
have a cereal bowl.
Okay.
6 slices.
I've got thin slices of white bread here. So we have slices of white bread. Now, I said earlier that it's better to have thick slices, but I know not everybody has access to thick slices, so I have chosen to use thin slices. So I'm going to
Matthew
grab
got some thick slices.
my first slice. Again, your heat should be less than half heat. So I'm going to take my bread and I'm going to hit both sides of the pan. And I'm going to throw it on there.
Ew,
Whoa.
made a weird noise.
I know it looks gross, but it's going to turn out really well. Again, one more time. I got my bread.
Wait, slowly.
Wait, should we let it,
There.
like, drip off?
Really
and then throw it
get in
on?
there.
Let it
Really
drip
just
back
pick up the
onto
action.
pan. Let it drip back onto the pan and then throw it onto your frying pan.
You didn't
Now,
throw it.
we're going to let it sit for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Whole minutes.
Come 2 minutes.
Remember to get the crust, too, guys.
Okay, now, everybody's stove is different, but we don't want to overcook it. So watch it, but we want to cook it for 2 minutes on each side. 2 minutes on each side.
And we're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
on low, medium low or something, right?
Yeah, medium low, less than half. Yeah.
Got it.
Now, grab your spatula. Make sure you have your spatula. Okay, make sure you got the spatula.
Wood spatula is sick.
Okay, so we're going to wait 2 minutes on each side, okay? Now, while we're waiting for that, are there any questions?
Oh.
Any questions?
Can
Why
we, like,
is this?
save the batter for the... Oh.
What is it, Daniel?
Can we save the batter for the next day?
No, you cannot save the batter for the next day. Batter is like McDonald's French fries. Bad move. You don't want to do that.
Why?
Got it.
Okay. Remember, everybody's stove is different, so watch your French toast. You want it a brown on the bottom, but you don't want to overcook it. If you overcook it, don't worry about it. I've recorded this. We got the recipe. You can do it over again. So a little thing
Hi, future me.
while we're waiting, a little bit of background information. French toast is actually not from France. It's actually from the Roman Empire back in the New Testament days. And what the Romans would do is when they had stale bread, they would put it into a kind of milky mixture. So
Oh
that it
my
would
God,
get
I
soft
love
again.
bread.
Yep. And then
So what you're telling me is communion bread is French toast?
Whoa.
What's your question, Matthew?
Whoa.
So is communion bread French toast?
No. This
My
was
mind.
communion bread is simply hard bread. This
Oh.
bread is actually just stale bread. Okay, so my timer went off. I'm gonna flip both breads here.
Oh shoot. Uh-oh. We got a problem, Jake.
What's wrong? What happened?
Mine is still soggy.
Okay, then let it sit for about 1 more minute. And
Thank you.
flip it back.
Struggling to
a little bit. Increase your heat a little bit. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to increase my heat to 4 because I'd rather undercook it than overcook it.
What?
What?
Okay. In other words, because if it undercooks, you can cook it some more. But if it
Oh, you're
overcooks,
right.
then not everybody likes that. So let it cook for about another minute, Daniel, and then flip it over. Just give it a minute at its current temperature. But then when you flip it, just raise the temperature just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on for 2 more minutes. So take your time here. Take your time. So my bread is cooking for 2 minutes. Your bread should be cooking for 2 minutes. You should have flipped it by now, most folks. Okay, so as I was saying, while we're waiting for the timer, French toast was originally from the Roman Empire. And it wasn't communion bread, it was stale bread that got too hard. They would put it in their milky mixture, I don't know what they used, and then they would fry it. And that's where French toast originally came from. But the French came and they saw it and they perfected it, and that's where it got famous because they added all kinds of sweet things to it and made it more of what we know today. But it originally comes from the Roman Empire.
Wow.
It's just like
It's like
pizza.
Thomas Edison stealing the light bulb.
Well, it's just like pizza. Pizza doesn't come from Italy. Pizza comes from China.
What?
Yes, pizza comes from China. It originates in
My
China.
whole world is upside down.
And it's just like English muffins. All right? There are no English muffins in England. You've never even heard of them. Okay, in the meantime, while we're waiting for side B to cook, get your other plate because we're going to be plating soon. Get your second plate.
Plating soon.
Hey, I watched Chef Ramsay. He calls it plating.
Yo, wait, time out. Are we gonna show this to Chef Ramsay?
No, are you kidding? He'd give me all kinds of expletives.
He's gonna roast us.
All right, so my timer has ended. Let's take a look at how it went.
How is yours like that? Mine does not. Mine looks sad, Jake.
Now look at that. Look at
Oh
that.
wow,
beautiful
that looks really good
golden-
to be honest.
Look at that.
Wait,
beautiful
what?
texture. Everybody's stove is different. Oh my gosh. that's
Oh,
perfect.
beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, okay, do you see that? I'm gonna smell it. I'm gonna kiss it.
That look delicious. That's what it does. I tried to
Okay.
do Gordon Ramsay, it didn't work.
So, any questions? Daniel, Angie, anybody else? Leo?
How did you get yours
questions
like
about
that? What the heck?
Well, I know my stove, so
I'm still new, bro. I'm still new to the stove.
Oh my goodness.
Leo, nice try, Leo. Nice try. It's just your stove. It's not you. It's not you.
It's not.
Oh,
you.
wait a second. I'm getting that brown though, Jake. Hold on. I'm getting the
Because
brown. I
Gordon
gotta-
Ramsay made him nervous. He thought Gordon Ramsay was watching him.
Well, Jake has like
Oh,
35
wow.
plus years of cooking French toast on this thing.
Angie, let me see it again. Angie, let me see it. Look at Angie. Look at that texture.
Wow.
Where?
Oh, my
Where is it?
Lord.
What the
Perfection.
heck? Wait, what kind of bread you use?
Oh, the artisanal bread.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh
why
yes,
mine
I have
is
the
not
same
look
Nice.
exact bread.
Nice.
That bread is flame.
Period.
Okay, Daniel, let us take a look at yours. How does yours look?
Bro, it looks like someone dookied on it and then I wiped it all over.
Ew.
It
Oh,
looks
you know what,
bad.
Daniel? I gotta see that. Please show me.
Wait,
Okay.
time out. What?
Show us, Daniel.
It looks.
Ew.
Oh,
Really
actually,
bad.
no, it doesn't look so bad. That doesn't look so bad. The one to the right looks kind of good. The one to the right looks good. Do you have any questions?
Miley.
All right, Angie, do you have any questions?
Oh no, I aced this.
Okay, Daniel, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, we're gonna move on to the most important part now, and that is the plating. Plating. So here I have my French toast on my plate. I'm gonna grab the butter I used before because I don't care. So I got my butter. I got my French toast, and I'm bringing it back to the table. So take your time on this. Let's transition our plated French toast, our 2 pieces of bread, to a plate onto a table.
Okay.
A whole stick of butter.
We're gonna grab the butter. You need your butter. You need your syrup, and you need your spoon, your teaspoon.
Need your Aunt Jemima.
Okay, your teaspoon. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some of that butter with your teaspoon. There's no use making everything.
Does it really? Dude, mine looks like a vegan French toast. It looks sad.
Vegan French toast.
Wait, dude, I told you.
Well,
Wait, did you get the
I have my butter.
Oh, that's fake. Hold on.
Let me see. Let's take a look.
Look at Daniel arguing.
He's like, oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm arguing with my roommates right now.
No,
He's like,
this will
hold on,
happen. No, look. I told him, hey, when you guys get food, text me because I want something. Because I know this wasn't going to look good. And they didn't hit me up.
Wow. Hey, Daniel, you need
So
me
I'm
to bring
stuck
you
eating
food?
this.
Got you.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Dude, we're going to get your fried rice.
What you need, Daniel? I'll bring it to you.
All right. So
Bro, they got L&L.
we're gonna move to the buttering. We're gonna move to the plating side here. So I have my French toast. I have my butter on it. But now I'm gonna cut that butter in half. I'm cutting that butter in half because I want to be able to add it to the second layer as well. See?
What is going on the blue plate, dog?
The
And
batter.
now I have my butter on both sides.
It's the brown sugar's fault. Well, we don't have brown sugar.
Okay. Any questions about the buttering? We're moving on. We're moving on to the final stage. Any questions about butter?
I'm scared. I don't think I'm ready for the final stage.
Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Question about butter. Daniel,
I'm scared.
question about butter.
No, I'm about to eat it right now, and I'm scared.
So hold on. We're almost done. Almost done.
Oh.
Any questions about butter? Okay, last stage, the syrup. The syrup. So here we go. This is how I garnish my plate. This is how I garnish my syrup.
I don't know if you want to eat that much. Let me
Go slow.
Here's my syrup. First thing we're
Okay,
going to do
there's
is wrap
Aunt
it around
Jemima.
the plate. We're going to wrap it around the plate. And then we're going to lightly drizzle the French toast like so.
Hey, you're doing way too much.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, mine came out so good.
So we are done. Ta-da! Ta-da! French toast, the breakfast of the gods. Now,
The breakfast of the gods.
now I have a taste tester
Oh, wow.
who is going to taste it for me. My wife. So sit down. Please go ahead, grab your utensils, and Susan is going to taste the bread. If anybody remembers the Batman the Animated TV show, there was that scene where the Joker had the fake commercial about Brand X food, and then he had Harley Quinn eat the Brand X food. Okay, here she goes. Susan is eating my
That was a
French
good
toast.
one.
Susan's eating the French toast. How is it, Sue?
She's really taking her time. She throws up.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
Soft,
Oh,
Yeah, give us everything.
yes.
sweet.
Tell us about the bouquet.
Ratatouille this. Close your eyes. And tell us all the flavors that come to you.
Yummy.
Okay, these are very poor choices of words.
I taste the cinnamon.
Whoa.
I taste the
Vanilla extract, vanilla extract.
vanilla extract.
Do you taste Aunt Jemima?
Lots of Aunt Jemima. The butter.
Yeah, don't forget Aunt Jemima.
Do you like the plating?
Mmm. The presentation is amazing.
Okay, the big question. Do you think Gordon Ramsay would eat this?
No.
I don't care about Ramsay.
Thank you, Suja. Thank you
No.
very much. I'll Zillow you later on tonight, okay? I'll Zillow you tonight.
I got you with the page. Green shirt. He's like, "Thank
Okay,
God."
well, that is how I do my French toast. You should have enough batter there for 6 more slices. Angie, how did your plate turn out?
Oh my God, the butter melted already, but it came out cute.
Let's take a look. Awesome. Look at that. That is American French toast right there.
You know why? It's because of the bread. She has the bougie
I
bread.
got
That
the
everybody
bread,
should
I'm
have.
not gonna lie.
Leo, let's take a
That
look
bread
at
is
yours.
fire.
Let's take a look at yours, Leo. Oh, it looks good, actually. I love the whole wheat look to it. I love the whole wheat look. Daniel, how did your plate look?
Oh my gosh, please, Daniel, show us your French toast.
Look, I got my roommate's approval. I got Mac's approval.
But what's my approval?
I'm about to make some right now.
No, that's the thing.
Time out. Look at this. Look.
Yeah, I
Dude,
wanna
he
see
served
it.
in the Air Force. He didn't know what real food was for a couple months.
Oh, that's such a disrespect.
They didn't want my French toast. They didn't want my French toast. Come on now.
Hey, they really got food
Don't check out their album. I was gonna tell you guys to check out their album, but don't do it anymore, bro.
Here, use bread.
Dude, Jacob, this is bomb.
Awesome. I'm glad you
Wait,
liked
Jake,
it.
I have to butter it, right? The pan each.
You gotta
side.
butter it?
You gotta butter it up.
You gotta butter it. Yes.
Don't forget the butter.
And then you gotta lightly drizzle your syrup. Don't just splash it on there. You gotta love it and care for it. Just drizzle it on there
Like a
nicely.
baby?
Like it's as if it's rare.
Like a baby?
All right. Any questions? Miley, any questions?
Where's Marley? Oh.
You're right there. Any questions? Awesome.
I thought she dropped her food.
Ryan, any questions? No? Okay. Well done, all. Well done.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why does Matt look so cute?
Because he's got, you know why? Because he's got that Scooby-Doo Shaggy look right now going on. He's got the Shaggy look.
I thought
Yeah.
Shaggy's hair was longer.
It is. I'm getting there.
It's okay, Matt. I'm already there. I'm there for the
Dude, yeah, you are. Dude, I gotta get a haircut.
All right. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Angie, Leo, Daniel, great job.
Do I get a good job?
You did a great job. You did a great job at there. I love it. You're like Mystery Science Theater 2000. Priya is now finishing off the rest of the French toast. How was it?
Priya left for like a good minute and she came back eating.
Yeah,
Wash
that's
my
Like,
face.
what?
You gotta do
That's-
skincare. That's the priority.
all right. Well done, everybody. Well done. I hope you enjoyed my first ever French toast, wild French toast surprise from the same
Loved
place.
it.
Comment, subscribe, put the notification bell
I
on.
know, yeah.
What's the
And
name
thank
of
you-
this? What's the name of your dish?
Wild French toast surprise.
Ooh, it's wild.
Wow.